Trading is hard. Why is hard? Well, let's talk about it. Yes. What's going on, guys? Today we're going to just basically talk about why trading is so hard. There are so many reasons why, so we're going to just basically break it down. So let's talk about it. The first thing I can think about is most people, when they come into the trading world, they have that 9 to 5 mindset. They are not used to being a business owner or not used to being an entrepreneur. And we all know that trading is a business. You have to have that mindset. But most people do not, right? Most people really just think that this is quick money. How do I know that? Well, I get a lot of emails, from people that say, hey, man, I'm trying to quit my job. Can you teach me how to trade? Or I have to make an X amount of money by next month. Can you teach me how to trade? And with that mindset, I know for a fact that they think it's quick money because you are looking to quit your job and you think that learning from trading and by next month, that's going to happen. So most people have that mindset, right? They don't have that, long-term thinking, the macro thinking, okay, this actually could take some time. They don't have that. So that's definitely one of the reasons why a lot of people fail. They don't really understand trading. Actually, guys, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna cook something and we're gonna continue this conversation. I'm about to put these bad boys on the grill. So I'm about to just put some salt and pepper. That's all you need, honestly, with this. It's like a steak, right? Salt and pepper. That's all you need. Okay. Now, let's just basically continue, okay? Talk about why trading is so hard. Well, it's because you have to also deal with the psychology part, right, of trading. And we all know that when it comes to trading, we are going to lose, right? We're going to lose. And you have to understand that for the most part, most people, right, can't handle loss. But that's normal. That's normal, right? Most human beings cannot handle loss. So you have to understand that it's a normal thing, right? When human beings experience loss in general, what happens? We get sad, sometimes depressed. So imagine experiencing, right, losing every single day, losses, if not every single day, every single week, because you can actually have a profitable day or profitable week, but in between you're going to have losses. So imagine experiencing that every single day. That's definitely going to hurt. About to put these bad boys. Woo. Man, listen, these joints are going to be tough right here. Now, if you look at it, right, I got the coal, in it, but you might ask, hey, why do you have coal? And this is supposed to be, a gas grill. Well, I like the coal taste. So overall, for me, actually, let me go inside real quick. So for me, when I'm grilling, right, I love that coal taste. So that's why I actually have the coal in it. But at the same time, sometimes I do use the gas grill, but I just love that coal taste. So that's why I have, the coal in it. Okay. But going back to why trading so hard, you're dealing with your mind, right? Psychology. And a lot of people just are not in control of that, right? They have problems controlling their thoughts, controlling their emotions. And, it's a big thing when it comes to trading. So for me, in my opinion, most people need to work on their psychology in the beginning. And I do hear a lot of people talk about psychology is not really important in the beginning. And I could understand their arguments, but just hear me out for a second, right? Most people mentally are not there. They are out of whack. And I truly believe that when you are creating, you got to be at your best, right? So if you are not at your best, how can you really create an edge? Because they say you need an edge, right? Well, the way I look at it is they say that the reason why psychology doesn't really matter in the beginning is because you need an edge. And if you don't have an edge, it doesn't matter, how good your psychology is, which is true. But hear me out. I can literally say the same thing with an edge, right? When it comes to edge, it doesn't even matter how great your edge is if your psychology is not on point, right? So you can have the best strategy in the world, but if your psychology is not there, it's not going to work. Vice versa. You can be the best at controlling your mind, but if you don't have an edge, it's not going to work. So if you look at that way, they both are 50-50. So if that's the case, why not work on both in the beginning? And that's what I talk about all the time, right? Actually, let me check on these lamb because like they cooking. So let me check on those real quick. All right, let's see. Whoa. Okay, we want these. We don't want to overcook these bad boys. It's basically like cooking a steak, right? You want that. Well, me personally, I like medium when it comes to my steak. So that's pretty much what we want right here. Smelling good, looking good. Oh man, I can't wait. All right, so let's go back inside real quick. So I'm about to make my green juice. I got the greens already, pineapples, pears. Basically, let me put pretty much all this in here. And we're gonna make that real quick, and then we're going to hopefully eat soon. Alrighty, so we got that done. All right, and I gotta check on my eggs. Let's check on my eggs real quick, cause I don't know, cause I ain't eat breakfast, right? So basically, it's almost like steak and eggs, but it's lamb and eggs. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cook some eggs real quick. I didn't have nothing. This is my first meal of the day, and that's pretty much it. So getting ready to eat. I was about to eat real quick. Let me show you how it looks. Yes, baby. Stop playing with me. So I'm about to eat, and we're going to finish this conversation about why trading is so hard and what you can do about it. But let me eat this first, guys. Actually, let me see. Grace, Lord, thank you for this food. Amen. Good, guys. Yo, I don't know about you guys, but most of the time I'd rather this than steak. I don't know, I don't know if you guys are. I don't know if you feel the same way, but this a lot of times it just tastes better than steak, man. I'm telling you, man. If you're not eating the lamb chops, I don't know what are you doing. Yes, they do cost a lot. I'm not gonna lie. These 4 little pieces they cost like $14. Oh my gosh! But tastes good, guys. Tastes good. Yeah, that was good too. Ooh. This joint is good right here. Listen, ain't nothing better than home cooked food. I told you guys I'm trying to lean out right now, right? I'm trying to lean out. So basically, I'm doing some home cooking, eating good, eating my vegetables, right? And it's so like you get caught up with just eating fast food or just food in general. And honestly, when you cook home cooked food, it's the best, in my opinion. It's the best. So anyway, let me finish this food, watch my TV, because usually when I'm eating, that's what I do. I watch TV, and because I don't really watch TV that much, but whatever. Let me finish this food real quick. Stop playing. Let me finish this real quick, and we're going to continue to talk about why trading so hard. But I think I'm gonna go to I think I might get my supercar washed later. I don't know yet. But yeah, let me finish this real quick. Another reason why trading is so hard is because people want certainty. And there's no certainty in trading. There are only probabilities. That's it. So you have to understand that you might lose 3 times in a row. But that doesn't mean that the strategy doesn't work. It just means that the market right now is giving you that, and you have to accept that, right? But a lot of people can't accept that because when it comes to the market is pretty much in control. The only thing you can do is just basically trade your system, right? Think in probabilities. Understand that one trade isn't going to, make your career. In 1 month, you might have, I don't know, let's say 30 trades, 40 trades. So why are you worrying about one trade, right? And a lot of people, in my opinion, they basically focus too much on one trade or 1 week. And you have to understand that, the market is all about multiple trades, not just one trade. And trading is a business, so you know that all businesses have losses, right? You're gonna have losers. I don't care what business. Every business has. It could be $1 billion business. They're gonna have losses at the end of the month or at the end of the year. They have employees stealing from them. They have customers stealing from them. They have so many things throughout the whole year that add up, and they have a lot of losses. But the thing is, their losses are small compared to the wins. And you have to just understand that as long as your losses more than your winners, you're good to go. Now, another reason why trading is so hard, and this is a big one right here. This is a really big one. Most people start with small capital, right? A small amount of capital. And when they go in the market, guess what? They are scared to lose that capital because for the most part, they've probably been saving that, for years. So we're talking about your hard-earned money. You are putting it in the market and you're probably scared that you're going to lose all of it. And then if you lose all of it, guess what? You got to start from zero. So it's very important to understand, right, that if you're starting off with small capital, you gotta risk small. You have to, because if you don't, you're gonna be just a scared trader, and we all know that scared money doesn't make money at all. So with me, guys, cops is behind me. I'm not speeding anything, so it's not like they're gonna stop me or anything, but it's just, I'm from New York, so man, they stop me for no reason, bro. For no reason. I remember I was parking and they stopped me. I don't want to even talk about that, I was parked, chilling, bro, chilling. I was waiting to pick up somebody, and they pulled me off. I'm like, why you pull me over for? Bro, I'm not even driving. Crazy, bro. So guys, me personally, I tried to start with a small amount, and then one day I just said, you know what, let me just start with some more money. I sold my car. I was working like crazy. I was working like 7 days a week. And overall, that gave me a decent cushion to trade, because I'm telling you right now, when you trade with small capital, it's like you always nervous. You always nervous, bro. It's annoying, man. Yo, like 2 kids was just running full speed, and I'm like, cause right now I'm by the mall, so I'm like, they running full speed, and I'm like, I know exactly what it was for. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to see my car, but anyway, oh man, this is the nicest car I ever saw. Oh, they took a picture and everything. But anyway, so you have to, you know, expect, right, that trading is going to be hard because you can actually get big rewards, right? Anything with big rewards is going to be hard. You want to become a lawyer, it's going to be hard, right? 8 years, whatever. Doctor, 8 years. So you have to, you know, understand that anything that has big rewards, it's going to be hard. It's just what it is, right? But it's supposed to be hard because everybody can't get big rewards. So in order to get big rewards, you have to not be lazy. And most people are lazy. Most people don't pay attention. Most people are not motivated. Most people don't grind. So trading is hard because it weeds out all the lazy people, all the people that are not going to put in the work. Okay, so it's good that it's hard, right? You know, because when you make it as a trader, what's going to happen? People want to look up to you. People want to say, oh man, really? You a day trader for real? You know, because they know like 95 or 90% traders fail. So it's a good thing that it's hard. I just basically came out the mall. I bought a couple of stuff, but I didn't see that much. But anyway, heading back home. It's like by the rain soon, so hopefully I won't get caught in the rain. Wow, who car is this? I need to get one of these. Oh my goodness, I need to get one of these. Man, who car is this? I want this one. Yeah, this is the car I want right here. Oh my goodness, this is the car I want. Oh man, let me see if the door is open. Let me see. Oh wow. So basically, I just came from the mall, and I'm you know, head back. But I wanted to get my car washed, you know, but it started, you know, it looks like it's gonna rain soon. I saw a couple of drops, so no car wash today. But you know, let's go back to just talking about, you know, why trading is hard, because I actually forgot one thing, and it just came to me, right? Trading is a mental game, and also is a technical game, okay? And when it comes to the technicals, a lot of people don't say this, but basically trading is all about pattern recognition. And so you have to understand that it takes time to recognize these patterns, right? So while you are trading the market, the patterns look different than looking at a still picture, right? If you look at a still picture, like a double top or a head and shoulders, you know, it looks clear. And if you're looking at like a picture, you know, from a book or something like that, the pictures are always perfect. But when you are trading, guess what? These patterns are never perfect. They are most of these patterns are very ugly, right? So you have to get basically used to these patterns in real time, because these patterns is always going to look much clearer after the fact, right? How many times you say, oh man, the market looks much clearer now, after the fact? That's because your brain hasn't recognized, these patterns in real time, and it takes time to do that. So you have to understand that, recognize these patterns in real time, guys. It's going to take time, and you can't skip that. You can't skip that. It's amazing how some of you guys will wait, 2 to 4 years when it comes to college, but when it comes to just trading, you want things right away. And you have to have the same mindset. The same mindset when it comes to just understanding the market, right? It's going to take time. So I'm back home, guys. I had to go to some other stores, but basically, let's wrap it up, okay? You have to understand that trading is going to be hard, just what it is, right? Yes, trading can be simple, but it's going to be hard at the same time, because you're going to have to deal with these two things right here: fear and greed. Okay, some people are fearful because maybe they are trading with a small account, and they are scared to take risk or lose their money, so they're going to be scared when they take a trade. And then you're going to have people that are greedy. So that's where over trading comes in play, where making $50 or $100 is not enough. They want to make $200, $400, $500. So they overtrade. They think that taking more trades equals more money, but it doesn't. Okay, so you're battling with those two different things all the time when you're trading. The best thing to do is just have a strict plan, a very specific plan, and just follow that every single day. Almost try to become a robot. This is where you have to brainwash yourself to just be a different person. Have a routine you follow every single day, and follow that routine, guys, because this is how you become a business. A business has systems in place, and they, basically run those systems every single day. And you have to do the same thing, guys. Okay, you have to, have your system and basically follow that process every single day, almost becoming a robot as much as possible. Of course, we are humans, so we're going to make mistakes, but that's the name of the game, guys. So you have to understand that. It took me 8 years to see success with trading. It took me a long time. There were a lot of reasons why, but it was just me going back and forth. We talking about fear and greed, dealing with that, dealing with small capital, being scared to trade, just dealing with a whole bunch of stuff, not having a system and following that system, not having a specific plan, always changing different strategies. So just going through a whole bunch of different things that just made trading so hard. So the best thing I can tell you guys is to have a system, follow that system, become a robot, educate yourself, and understand it's going to take time. Time is not a bad thing, guys. Time is not a bad thing, because nowadays time go like this. So a year passes, and like, oh shoot, a year passed, right? Even 2 years is like, So don't be scared of time, because that's what you're going to need to build experience. I know you can do it. Shoot, I barely graduated from high school, so if I can do it, I don't know why you can't do it. It's just the dedication level. Can you dedicate, or can you just put in those hours? And that's it. And just basically every single day chipping away, and trading the same way. And that's another thing, guys. Trading the same way when you're losing. Okay. A lot of people don't trade the same way they're losing, because they either try to switch things up or they try to switch strategies. But you have to trade the same way, even though you're losing. All right. So that's all I have, guys. All right, so that's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy your day. Peace out. If you want to, just learn whatever I do, just check the description, whatever. But anyway, Told you guys later. You know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We out.